Go live.
What is up, jabronis? JJ back here with Father Time, aka the FACTSMAN, and Holden Kushner. I do have to preface this video by starting with my dad's not in a good mood because he doesn't feel well.
Am I on?
Holden's not in a good mood.
I'm very happy, JJ. Don't put words in my mouth.
But it's okay because I'm my normal, happy-go-lucky self. Dad, I'll start with you. You've been talking the entire time.
I know when we were in the green room, but am I live now?
We've been live for over 30 seconds, yeah.
I am live. I have to say I am live. It's a tradition. I'm live. Okay, sorry.
I mean, not that much longer. You're like 90, but you are for now, and that's good to see.
Now, what's with the shirt? Like, because that's a shirt you typically would wear during fall. Like, maybe if I'm going to a patch, like I would wear that shirt, or if I'm on like a haunted hayride, I'd wear that shirt.
Two reasons. Number one, I don't want to get a chill. But number two, I'm representing the University of Virginia with their fucking easy fucking blowout win against Duke yesterday. Put Dukies right in their fucking place. UVA, wahoo wah, and also my appreciation for the Iona Gales, who have a little orange in their uniform. For those people that actually watch or read my Twitter,
that's awfully rounding off with saying Iona's orange, but we'll accept it here.
Well, there are some orange spots on that. You know, there is. You could call it orange or whatever, but yeah, brown. You know,
what's been going on? How's life
with me? Been all right. I mean, I woke up a little bit sore throat, which is really weird. Of course, Holden accused me of eating nasty.
No, it wasn't that, buddy. Something else hit the back of your throat, I'm sure.
Yeah. Speaking of hitting the back of the throat,
I had to get him going, JJ. I had to trigger him.
Okay, let me just do this. Do I get my basketball game out now? Because, like, when I said talk about the big game, I'm pretty sure you guys are talking about football. I'm talking about basketball. I didn't even fucking know there was football today, but
I mean,
I do have a fucking Super Bowl story. It's a traditional story. If you would like to hear that first, I can do that. You want to hear it later? You want my game, or should I wait till people come in here? Iona is maroon and burgundy. At least my cousin plays baseball.
I
don't have to fucking split hairs. He put me on the spot asking me why am I wearing an orange shirt? I had to say something.
I would tread lightly, Roderick. I mean, your critique was valid in my opinion. But careful, you poke the bear. He gets riled up over comments like that.
Guys have gotten fucking whacked for blowing my nose. I'm like dry heaving, like I'm blowing my nose like this shit's supposed to come out, but nothing but air is coming out, and then my throat hurts when I do it. I don't know. All right, so let me just do this. Let me get this out of the way. Traditionally, on Super Bowl Sunday, my good friend Johnny Detroit, who's also a douchebag, will have to come up with a Super Bowl story. Now, Johnny has the Super Bowl story that we did a Super Bowl together like 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was. But instead of like thanking me for saying, hey, FACTSMAN, thanks for having me do the show, I used to host the show with Hank Stram, who's never lost a Super Bowl, in the Bahamas every year. Then I did with Hank Goldberg. And the Hank Goldberg one was a real fucking was a crazy one.
Really?
Hank Stram was great, but I used to do radio with Hank Stram in Miami, and the last interaction I ever had with him was on the air. He had the thing on the headphones with a thing, and he cornered me with some fucking kamikaze fucking journalism and put me on the spot. During the middle of the show, I hit him dead in the fucking nose and broke his nose on the air in South Florida radio. And never saw him since, never talked to him since. Obviously, they fired me. He tried to sue me. It didn't matter. And then I go to the Crystal Palace, and Don Grissom says, hey, I got your new partner. Hank Stram can't make it. I'm like, who's doing it? He says, Hank Goldberg. No, I can't do a show with Hank Goldberg. I said, why? So I told him the story. So it was really an awkward moment. I see him for the first time in like 7 years after the incident happened. But we got along. We did this show. Then and don't forget, Hank Goldberg was a degenerate gambler. Fucking my father booked his action for 15 years. The slowest paying guy you ever wanted to meet in your life. He would bet horses, fucking sports, loser of all losers. But but I liked him. I just flew off the handle one day because he accused me of fucking something that was probably true, but I just didn't want to hear it, or I didn't want people in South Florida to hear it. Anyway, so then Johnny Detroit comes in and do the show. Now, kind of like you, Johnny's a sharp guy, professional. We do the show. So he's, John, this is how I normally do it. It's like fucking 3,000 people of high rollers. We go down there. We give our picks. We fucking have some fun. We do what we need to do. It's be a lot of fun.
Johnny Detroit, by the way, co-owner of Wager Talk, correct?
Yes. Johnny Detroit from Wager Talk, right?
Why did this? Oh, because the comment.
Okay, so now we're doing the show. We're emceeing the show. So I said, Johnny, you go first. And this way, if you fuck up, I'll cover you. He gets up there with the suit, hair. Well, he didn't have any hair, but nice. You know, he had the fucking big pimp cigar. And he's going, I think it was Philly, New England, maybe it was, or one of them teams. I forgot who it was. But he's sitting there saying, hey, guys, just letting you know, if you like New England, here's the reason why you like New England. Like, really professional. And if you like the other team, here's the reason. He's like, but he's not giving a pick. And our job was, they were paying us $5,000 and give us a pick. And he would not give a pick. He's really just hedging and talking knowledge. And do you know during the history of the Super Bowl, this happened? And when it's fucking 80 degrees, this happens versus the number. And he will not fucking give a pick. So I looked at him like, are you fucking kidding me? Don't you know who I am? You know me. So then it's my turn to talk. And just like this. Is everybody? You guys been invited here, special invitation only. First thing I want you to take your right hand. You stand up and you grab your fucking balls and you squeeze them like you mean it. I want you to pull your dick out, then pull your wallet out, and you go right to the window and bet everything you own on the New England Patriots. Later points, it doesn't fucking matter. Crack the cash advance in the casino cage. There's a Western Union across the street at the fucking Scotia Bank. I don't give a fuck what you got to do, but you bet this motherfucker and make me proud of you. And if you guys are still listening to this fucking rant and not running to the sportsbook right now, you all have a slip between your legs and they're called cunts. Go fucking bet them. The place goes wild. Yeah, New England. Everybody goes nuts. We're in the fourth fucking quarter. New England has no chance to win this fucking game. Zero. Okay. No chance. So Johnny says to me, he says, look, he says, we're going to be in fucking trouble getting out of here. So what are you talking about? It's like, you're already getting fucking heckled. And I'm getting it from everybody. New England, yeah, good pick, asshole, blah, blah, blah. Hey, shut the fuck up. It's only $55 you lost, you cheap prick. You're only fucking hit the buffet 7 times. You're fucking still plus money. Now I'm going back at him.
I love how on your end it always gets personal. Like someone critiques.
Well, no, I mean, the guys yelling at me. You know, guys like me and Holden, we know we're professionals. We go out there, we tell people like it is. You don't take a professional and sit there and say, hey, look, you know, I got you. I appreciate the pick. It didn't work out. It happens. You know, fucking, we're men.
That's an interesting comparison because I consider you fairly diplomatic. I don't think my dad has that trait in him.
I'm not diplomatic.
No, but hold on, seriously. If you're sitting there doing the show, hey Tommy, then go to fuck asleep, okay? You think we give a fuck if you're here?
I'm with you, Tommy. I'm with you, Tommy. But can you keep telling this great story, please?
Tommy, go fuck yourself. In the middle of a story. Don't be disrespectful.
The great part is this was just supposed to be like the intro, and somehow you've been talking for all of 10 minutes.
He's like, hey, let's just do 30 minutes. Let's just do 30 minutes. Like, this story's fucking 30 minutes.
Here's how it ends.
Yeah.
I go to Johnny. I go to Johnny. I said, John, we got to make a run for it. Sorry, let me turn around. And he says, I turn around and he's gone. He sneaks out the side door. And I got to go through the whole crowd to get out. He leaves me in the fucking dust, taking abuse, getting name called. I thought I was going to get killed. But Johnny says, I ran out like a rat. His story. So part of the stuff that I'm saying is probably a lie. Most of the stuff that Johnny's saying is part of a lie. But somewhere around that is the truth. But that's it. And I tell you what, Tommy, you didn't have fucking Ione the other day, did you? Lane 7 after 1 by 21. They're still fucking scoring. You're fucking sorry. I'm done with my rant.
Holden, so how have you been? Hopefully your intro won't be 10 minutes long. How's everything with life? You don't sound great, so you must have had a rough night.
Why are you saying that? I gave my parents edibles last night. That was pretty cool.
Did you?
They slept for about 14 and a half hours. I'm not kidding you. They woke up refreshed. My dad said he had the best night's sleep that he's ever had. My mom, wants some more as well. So that was a good night for them. I left them alone. I came back this morning. They were still passed out. Everything else is going well, JJ. I'm excited about this football game today. It's going to be great. Going to go to Topgolf first, enjoy the fresh air here in Denver.
Topgolf's fun.
Yeah, I'm going to go with my parents and my girl, and we're going to go have a good time today. So I'm excited about this. So glad the Facts Man is here. to make this show longer than it really needed to be. Yeah.
So real quick, I said you had a college basketball play that you wanted to give out. You talked for 10 minutes, didn't give it out. Do you have a play you want to give out?
I don't have a college
basketball
basketball
get ridiculed.
play.
Now I'm going to get ridiculed. Now I'm going to get fucking ridiculed. Now, it's too long. You want me to give you reasons for the game? Because I don't ever
Please
get reasons. Or should I just say, here's the pick like I always do? You got to trust.
Just say the pick.
I bet you on the other day, minus 7.5 points. They won by 21. Catch that one easy. I'm betting I own it again. Minus 7.5 points. Got 11 valid reasons, but if they don't win the game by 15 or more, there'll be an NC2A fucking investigation. So, head-to-head, they beat Niagara 78-56. So last time they played, I own a scoring about 80 points a game. Mm-hmm. The only way we don't win this game is Niagara somehow would have to score 75 fucking points, and that's not going to happen.
No.
That gives you a real big chance to win that game. So, Holden, seriously, take your fucking
I'm not tailing you.
What?
I'm not tailing you. I don't tail you well. You're a great gambler, but I every time I tail you, I just fucking suck.
Then stay the fuck away. What are you even asking
me?
That's
what I'm doing. I'm not going to tail you because I don't tail you well.
You're joining
JJ, I tail well. JJ, I tail well.
Tommy, we're good. Tommy, we're all good.
Now tell Tommy to go. Yeah.
No, Tommy's all right.
Matt Murphy. Tell Matt Murphy to go fuck himself.
Who the fuck is this guy? He's so mad. Matt, I'm not even going to get mad at you. Because the fact that you don't even know me. I'm not mad. I'm fucking dysfunctional. Okay? You should feel sorry for me.
I feel like that couldn't have been the right word.
Faxman, what do you think about the zoo? You ever go to the zoo?
I mean, I've gone there, but I mean, I don't make it. It's like not on my fucking calendar.
Like you never took your son to the zoo just to have a good day?
I took her to see animals. It was normally horse racing, but the racetrack. But I mean, that's about as Did I ever tell you that? Did I ever mention a story about? He was about like 8 or 9, and I said to his mother, I said, I'm gonna take JJ to the park. She says, do not fucking take him to the track. I said, I'm not gonna take. Why would you even say something like that? She said, I said, we're gonna go to the park and play. So I said, Jake, come on, give me 3 numbers. So I take him over to the track, and we spend the day at the track. And he comes home. I'm like, where do we go? JJ says, the track. Your mother asked you, JJ, where do we go? I mean, the park. Where do we go? The park. All right, good. We walk in. Hey, you guys have a good time? Yeah. JJ, did you have fun? Yeah. Where'd you go? Went to the park. Which park? He says Monmouth Park. I'm like, you motherfucker. He fucking gives me up. Monmouth Park is a racetrack, Holden. It's a racetrack.
Mike, I had the Eagles hat on yesterday. That was me paying my homage yesterday. Today it's all about Run Pure season. Holden, player props for us.
Yeah.
Really profitable on this show.
Yeah.
Who are you looking at for this game?
Well, I don't know if it's listen, here's the problem. When we bet these player props, we bet them on the open. So now all you're going to do is want to bet unders, right? Because everything's like here, Mahomes opens at 10.5 rushing yards. Now he's at 20.5. Like I need to talk through some of these bets, but the Hurts anytime touchdown is my favorite. The Quez under a reception and a half is my second favorite. Ate a little bit of chalk here with Kelsey over 77.5, and then McKinnon under 5.5 receptions.
Do you notice that the clown show that's going on in the top right? My father said a story that was one of the worst stories I've ever heard for 10 entire minutes. You were talking for 15 seconds, and he's lost his patience.
Well, that's why I'm only talking for 15 seconds. I don't think anybody's here for picks anymore. I think they're just here for facts, man.
No, I don't want to hear about fucking props. That silly. Props.
Why?
I want to hear legitimate straw.
All right, boomer.
No,
whatever.
No, I'm not a prop better.
People under the age of 80 actually bet player props. It's an emerging market. You know why? Because they're not as sharp. People have been capping sides and totals since before you were born. These books have only been capping props for 4 or 5 years, man. They're not good at it yet.
Corey, can I give an analogy here? You know me for 20 years, Corey. You know me. And yes,
isn't that Cody, not Corey?
Okay. Corey. You guys are making prop bets that you don't even know if you're even going to qualify for it. Just an example, and I'm not trying to make a fuck out of you here. Okay, somebody says, I got a prop bet today, over under 3.5 minutes. The guy that Holden blows at the bathhouse.
I mean, I got stamina, buddy.
Over under 3.5 minutes.
I got stamina.
Now, you can't make that bet. You know why? Number one, we don't know if you're going to the bathhouse. We got to get you to the bathhouse. Number two, we don't know if you're actually going to put a prick in your mouth. Well, we have an idea, but we're not sure. Number three, we don't know if you are, how long that guy is going to take. where 3 things have to happen for it to come into play. So I'm not betting yes, there'll be a field goal over 48.5 yards. You know why? They may not line up for a field goal of 48.5 yards. So why would I bet something that could never possibly even happen?
How many times have you been to jail, Fax Man?
2 times, but it was okay. I did it like a fucking man, standing on my head.
Like, were you in jail for just a night, or were you in jail for days?
I was indecent exposure. I was in jail for mistaken identity. Mistaken identity. It happens. That's fine. I toughed it out. Bit the pillow. You know.
All right, my favorites are Hurts anytime touchdown. I got a first touchdown. Then we'll go McKinnon under 5.5 receptions because CEH is back. That's it. We're done. We're done. You want more picks, JJ? Come back to me.
McKinnon's number's 5.5 for catches.
Yeah.
Receptions?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
Dude, I bet the shit out of it.
With your friend at the bar?
Huh?
Did you bet it with your friend at the bar?
No, I think it was DraftKings. Let me go see if it's still there. It was minus 120, JJ.
That can't be 5.5 though for me.
It was 5.5. I'm not kidding you.
Come on, no false.
Maybe it was rushes. Yeah, it was rushes.
Hey guys, can I ask
it
you?
It was rushes, JJ, not receptions.
I don't claim to be a prop guy, but I would like your advice on stuff. 2 things. Would you like? I would be very impressed if you gave me your thoughts, because I'm not a prop guy. I actually bet games like you're supposed to bet them, not silly stuff. So, if you like Philadelphia, you would have to think that this guy Hurts is going to throw up for over 271 yards, right? Yeah. I mean, if you like Philly, yeah.
I would actually say the opposite. I think if you like Philly
to win, shocking.
I like the rush attempts prop, JJ.
How about you let me speak instead of always interrupting?
Okay, so you're never gonna like what I say.
So one of us interrupted you.
So he did. Actually, you both did. But then when he did, you did. So I think if you like the Eagles, you should actually bet Mahomes passing yard over.
Okay, I'm just saying it would be stunning to me if he didn't throw over 272 yards against a secondary little bit fucking shaky to begin with, not exactly healthy.
How is that? They have Bradbury and Slade, 2 of the best corners in the league, man.
I think he's talking about the Chiefs secondary.
Oh yeah, right? That's not a good one. They got the kid back though. Who is it? McDuffie. They got him back.
You guys want to rip into anything else? I got something else you can rip into. I know you're not going to like this one either.
You asked for an opinion, so ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies. You asked for an opinion.
If I told you I got a cure for cancer, you're going to say, "How do you know it really?"
I'm just speaking objectively. If you like the Eagles to win the game, it makes more sense to bet Mahomes over his passing prop because he's going to be chasing them. If you like the Chiefs to win, you would maybe like Hurts over his passing.
We're doing player props. He doesn't understand. He does the real one. He does real bets, not the. So let me ask you about McKinnon under 5.5 rushes.
Eagles.
What do you think, JJ?
I like it.
Shit on it if you'd like. CEH is back. I just don't see him getting carries.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could get there. Obviously, they like Pacheco, right? But I mean, they're gonna split touch. McKinnon's gonna be on the field, and especially if you think the Eagles are gonna be in a script that has them leading for a decent part of the game, McKinnon's going to be on the field more than he should be.
They love Pacheco lately. They love him, man. He got work last week. He got work in the passing game. CEH is back. I just think if they use McKinnon, it's going to be receiving. And that's it. And maybe a carry or 2. So I got him under 5.5 rushes there. Also, Mark K, I've been to jail about 10 times. I've had a lot of anger issues. Been to anger management a couple. What did you go to jail for, Mark? I'm curious. I'm very legitimately curious as to what you went to jail for. Please let us know. And if anyone else has been to jail, please let us know in comments.
So let's do this, Dad. How about I tell you a prop I like, why I like it, and then you critique that.
Oh,
but I'm a supporter of that. I'm supportive of you.
Let's do that.
Okay, you could do that. See, I don't. You know what's amazing to me before this? McKinnon and these names that you've mentioned, I never even heard of these guys. And I got more motherfuckers that follow my games than you two.
That's why I'm not telling you.
Crazy. That's crazy. I never even heard of these motherfuckers. I don't know who McKinnon is. I don't know who Pacheco is. I thought Pacheco was the fight doctor.
Yeah, Ferdy Pacheco. He's
good. Right. That's what I thought you meant. But I know he's got to be old.
He might be dead. I think he's dead. The fight doctor's dead.
But again, I don't know who Pacheco is. I don't know who any of these fuckers are.
Oh.
But, I do know Iona's covering today, -7.5.
He died in 2017.
All right. Thanks for that update. All right, go ahead, Jack. What do you like? And then I'll tell you the one prop that I did bet.
So I like Noah Gray. There's no way you know.
I didn't know he is.
There's no way you know who he is, but I like Noah Gray over 12.5 receiving yards today. He's the backup tight end for Kansas City, and here's why I like it today in particular. So he hasn't gone over this number in like forever, but I don't really care. Kelsey's still a bit banged up. The wide receiver core for all of Kansas City is all banged up. Noah Gray has been seeing an increased snap share over both playoffs games, 66% last game. I'd expect him to see almost 75% in this game, primarily because of the Eagles' pass rush. I expect him to be in a lot more. I expect a few more 2 tight end sets. And the good part with a 12.5 prop is that he just needs to slip a screen once or do a crossing pattern over the middle where people overcommit to Kelsey, and there's Noah Gray open down the middle. That's how you can beat Philly, is down the middle. That's where their defense is most susceptible with their linebackers. And overall, when you take into account the lack of receiver depth for Kansas City because everybody's banged up, the added pass rush from Philly should create more 2 tight end sets. And Andy Reid is as clever as anybody in these types of games, where if he runs rub routes where Kelsey gets overcommitted to, Noah Gray should be open. So I really like Noah Gray today to go over 12.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with you, Ren. Andy Reid is sharp. He's got to get some more fingers to fit them Super Bowl rings on him because he's got so many of them. He's usually big in this kind of game or getting to this kind of game. So, yeah. But
I
understand what you're saying.
To your point, the game could be 45-0 Philly. I just need Noah Gray to catch a 13-yard pass.
Okay. I guess my point was, first of all, you need the fucker in the game. Second of all, you need him open. And third, you gotta hope he catches the ball for that amount. It could happen. It's probably, if you like it, I trust you on this stuff. I just don't do it. One other thing, Matt Murphy, when you say fade this guy, I know you ain't fucking mentioning me. Because if you are, then guess what? Fuck you, your grandmother on fucking Easter. Okay? Because I've been doing nothing but producing winners in this place. Now, if you're just new to the game, you get a pass for that. But I don't want some Irish hard-on coming in here and giving me a fucking...
Is there a reason why your feelings get so hurt over external randoms?
Because I need somebody to be fucking, have a reason. Look, I lost 10 in a row. You want to fame me, that's fine. But if you're consistently watching my plays...
I mean, my feelings don't get hurt. Holden's don't get hurt. I think you should embrace...
Because you're cunts. You guys fucking piss sitting down. You don't stand up to these people. I'm providing a service to try to help, to show my face, to give these people... Instead of talking nonsense in a Super Bowl, these guys are going to cash their money with Iona before the game even starts. It's an easy fucking game, just like it was the day before, or just like Miami was by 20. I get it, it's the Super Bowl, you degenerates. That's fine. My reason is if you don't.
Should I put 5 units on Iona?
Football, Matt, I don't bet NBA basketball and I don't bet NFL football because I'm not a degenerate sucker motherfucker. End of story. I'll bet college basketball. I'll bet tennis. I'll bet soccer. I'll bet Korean basketball.
You're still going down the route of critiquing people that you have no idea who they even are, and why do you even care?
He's telling me, why would you text someone who don't know players in the NFL?
All in boots. That's bullshit. I like facts. I like doing shows with facts, man. We just bust our balls. So
yeah,
each other's balls. If it doesn't seem like we like each other, then you're just picking up the wrong way.
No, Paul. Let me tell you something. We're buddies.
I like him. I do. I like the facts, man.
I do think my father on an edible would probably be a decent time.
Oh, it'd be wonderful. He'd probably fall asleep though.
No, I wouldn't fall asleep.
No, he would.
Have you ever done one?
No, but I did. I went to see Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Years ago, and I was supposed to pick up my wife at the airport, and I think it was heroin, but I fell asleep. During the Seinfeld concert, and I woke up and the guy was sweeping, and I never picked my wife up at the airport. I didn't even see any of the jokes. I didn't even see the opening. I was at the theater in fucking Caesar's Palace at the Coliseum by myself. When I walked in there, it was sold out. It's the only thing I remember.
Go ahead, Holden.
I'm wondering if I should bring my mother on for an edibles recap, given that you have your father on. I don't know if we could take it though. I mean, so can we just talk about these props real quick, JJ? I want to get you and your dad's thoughts on them. All right, Hurts anytime touchdown. He scored 13 touchdowns on the ground, both times here in the playoffs. Short yardage back, yes or no? Facts,
yes.
Man.
Yes.
Okay. Quez
That's gotta be high
Watkins.
juice. That's gotta be really high juice.
I got it at plus 105.
That Hurts scores an anytime touchdown.
Yes.
Fuck, I'm getting down on that motherfucker
It's
right now.
down to like 115 now, but
not anymore. But it did open at
you
slightly.
could still get 115.
I would have laid 150. Damn,
minus 150.
Hold on,
Well, you can get minus.
That's a good find. That's a good
you can
find.
get minus 150 anywhere then.
And Murphy, I do know who Hurts is.
Quez under 1.5 receptions. JJ and I have been doing this show for a while now. I think it was minus 136 or something.
I'm not going to reply to it. I'm not going to reply to it.
Sven's comment is great though. You know, I'm happy to sleep. I'm happy to sleep. Seinfeld sold this fat old guy heroin.
Man.
Sven, careful.
Hurts is minus 110 now.
That'll be a warning, Sven.
Hurts is minus 110.
That's a good bet.
Quez under 1.5 receptions. JJ knows I like taking shitty receivers under. This guy doesn't get more than one target with Goddard back. And then McKinnon under 5.5 rushes. Those are my three favorite ones. JJ, you and I have been doing these same game parlays, the alternate total side. You've had more success with me, but I am still in plus territory with this. I hit this on the open. Chiefs plus 8.5, over 42.5 at minus 115. I think you could take it at 7.5 and 43.5 at the same number. So those are my favorite bets. I ate a little chalk with Kelsey over 77.5. Maybe I should have gone catches. I just don't see him not getting peppered today. He has to. And the guy gets double covered and he still gets his. My concern with that is the lack of explosive plays. I think his long in the playoffs is 16, but they have to scheme him open today. There's no other option if they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Or maybe they have a few extra plays.
Yeah, you and your Noah Gray. I'll take fucking Jody Fortson.
They scheme Noah Gray to get a few.
I'll take Jody Fortson over him.
So I have a question for both you guys, and this is always a fantasy question of mine. You make all these bets, so you're let's say you're betting whoever you're betting, Kansas City or whoever, doesn't matter. But like, isn't it fucking hard to be rooting for a team that you got a lot of money on to pick up a fucking PP $25 or $100 prop that you want another team to make a catch? What do? Say go, just get 12.5 yards, then get tackled? I'd be nuts. I'd go fucking crazy.
You're relating it to a full game spread. Neither of us have given out. Nobody. I mean, I haven't made a full game bet in this game. I mean, Holden, I don't even know if you did. To me,
I got really stoned and put like a unit on the Chiefs money line, but
player props are independent of each other. I mean, there's no.
Yeah. Any live bet? Do you live bet, Facts Man?
That's all I do.
You do live bet?
Oh, yeah.
Not an NFL. Not an NFL.
Not an NFL. I'm not an NFL better. I'm like I say, I'm not an NFL player. I'm an NBA.
But college basketball is all about live betting.
I mean, these guys, and my son will tell you, at 2:00 in the morning, I am live betting tennis. Yeah, I'm live betting sports that most people don't play.
I am much better at live betting. Unfortunately, there's no receipts to prove that, so I'll just keep saying it. But I'd much prefer to bet live. So what I was going to ask you was, is there like, do either one of you have any targets today that you're targeting a number? Because usually I'll go in with a couple and say, okay, this is what it is. So if I can get, like, if the Chiefs come out and get their asses kicked early and I can get them at a touchdown at 7 or 7.5, I'm definitely going to back them. I don't see this being a blowout.
I don't play it that way because I think what happens is, I know my son always says, what I'd like to see is, I bet Philly for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I bet Philly for the game. So what I'm hoping Philadelphia just runs them out of the fucking building. I'm hoping they do really, really well. Now, I'm not looking for the live bet to find me. I need to find one. I got to find it. Is it worth it? So sometimes you got to look at the team, the body language of the team. After the second quarter, does this team know it's over? Are they just going to quit? Or do you sit there and say, hey, wait a minute, maybe the under could be the play because the offense is not going to score and the team with the lead might just kind of try to milk the clock. So there's different ways to looking at it. I'm not trying to find it. I do this a lot in tennis. If I have a tennis player who just maybe got off real slow, loses the first 3 games, then brings it back and maybe loses the first set. I'm like, okay, she got off slow, but she's back. Now I'll live bet this bitch to win the rest of the tournament.
You do the same thing I do though, except I go in with a plan and you just go on field too. I do a lot of.
I just go on field. Yeah, it's not I don't have it like written down in stone of what I'll do. I just kind of look at it and see.
I personally, Facts Man, and I'm sure there's numbers out there, but I think football is all about feel, man. All about feel.
Yeah,
I mean, live betting.
A lot of it is. I mean, it's just, you got to just. I think if you don't know by watching a first half of a game on what to, and also too, there's a lot of coaches. If you do your research, there's like in basketball more than any other sport, adjustments that are being made. I know football is too, but like if a team is shooting 20 or 30% in at halftime, really really bad, you have two options here. You say this defense is really too good, and this is going to be just a long day for this team, or you're going to say a lot of these shots were just in and out, just missed. You know what? They'll turn around in the second half, and it just you have to use your judgment on how you think it's going to go. So yeah, I'm like I'll do a lot of things based on numbers I have. I do have a prop that just stuck by my mind again. I don't think about it, but here's one that.
Hold on, didn't you just shit on props for like 20?
No, minutes? I don't know if it's a prop. I mean, I guess it's a prop, but it's just something that.
He doesn't know if it's a prop, though.
Okay. Well, no, it's a prop. It's a betting opportunity.
Okay.
That I find odd. I'm going to ask you guys if you think there's an advantage to doing this.
Now, before you ask, are we allowed to give any negative criticism or not at all?
I don't care. I didn't bet it yet. But
you do care.
What?
Never.
I just thought it was an interesting prop.
Fire away.
Tension ball. Sponsored by Hilton. That's right. Need a place to stay, and it's not by the hour.
Promo code Hilton would be extremely proud to sponsor this show. Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's a prop that says, "Will there be a 2-point conversion attempted plus 110?" Yes. If you say yes, it's plus 110. Then underneath it says, "Will there be a 2-point conversion converted by either team plus 205 or 220 or something like that?" Now, here's how I look at this game. I would think if you had to find two teams that are perfect to attempting or making 2-point conversions, would be Philly and Kansas City. The way they run their offense, I mean, there would be two teams that would do real well doing it. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I would see in a game like this, the score 7-6 right off the bat. One of these coaches may say that's got 6-8. You know what? Fuck it. Let me chase that point now. Or if it's 14-3, you know what? Let me do it now. I think there's just, I mean, Jalen Hurts is going to get 2 yards anywhere. And I think that and the goal line with the Kansas City quarterback, Mahomes, I would think almost why not do it? And I would think that the chances of them attempting a 2-point conversion is very, very good at dog money. Am I wrong?
I'll just say this. Kansas City has not attempted a 2-point conversion in the playoffs. They were 11th in 2-point conversions during the regular season. Philadelphia has not attempted a 2-point conversion. They were 18th in the NFL at 2-point conversions, and none of that probably matters today. So I wouldn't mind it.
I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, I don't either. I
think when you get two teams that are capable of putting up a lot of points, I think you don't want to. I think having to avoid that extra score on an 11-point game, maybe got it down to 10, or if it's 12, bring it down, go for the 2, make it 10. I think it's possible. I think
you just need an oops. You just need an oops, a missed extra point, a safety.
How about an offsides and you bring it to the 1? On the kick, right? If there's an offsides on the
that could also, like, definitely the Eagles, if they're at the 1, if somebody on KC goes offsides, the Eagles at the 1 will definitely go for 2.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I just think it's the opportunity. It's the opportunity to do it. That's what I think. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not a big. My son knows this. I'm not a big Super Bowl guy or big NFL guy for that matter. But I guess it's a fun. I mean, I probably, and it's not because I'm old, because I get up because I'm up. Like, I just got up like 20 minutes ago because I went to sleep at like 8:30 in the morning. So I'll probably be asleep at halftime. I might just put 10,000 on -103 at bookmaker on tails because I figure, hey, no. See, here's the thing. I was talking to a friend of mine at bookmaker the other day, and he's like, "Who do you like in the game?" I said, "I bet Philly." And he says, "Well, I'll lay 110 on Philly. It's a fucking pick 'em game. I mean, the game can go either way." And he's like, "You're laying juice for no reason." I said, "What do you think I should do?" He says, "We're running a number at -103. Fucking toss the coin. You're laying less juice, cost you $700 less, and you fucking game will be graded in 5 minutes."
DraftKings is plus 100 both sides, by the way.
What?
DraftKings is plus 100 both sides.
Okay, well, I got a bad number, but I don't.
Oh, I'm saying you said you didn't do it yet, so I'm saying if you want to do it, DraftKings is plus 100.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I bet tails that it never fails. Why? I wear an orange shirt. I'm in prison. What the fuck is this sweatshirt? I got a little chill.
The best part, Holden, is there could be 35 comments in a row blowing him.
Yeah.
Like
then the one pisses him off, right?
Ignore them all. Ignore them all. The one that's even slightly related negatively, like G. Ryzen saying you look like you're in prison.
G. Ryzen's in the house. What up, G. Ryzen?
What is G. Ryzen?
G. Ryzen
that's
is
not
the
a bad
guy.
thing. I don't have a problem with G. Ryzen saying that. I have a problem with the fucking guy that said he's going to fade me, which I don't care. You can do it.
I said that.
No, this Murphy guy said,
No.
Because he hasn't watched, he hasn't seen the productivity that I provide.
Can we get JJ's picks, please?
If we have to.
JJ?
So, my favorite actual legitimate game spread pick for this game is second half under. So it's 26.5. The reason I like the second half under is because I have some fear over how good these teams are in the first half. Also, all year long, these teams have been so head scratching in the second half of football games all year long. Philly has been a disaster to watch in second halves of football games all year. Like, I don't know if it's lack of Sirianni adjustments offensively. Maybe they make really good adjustments defensively. I know they've also had a lot of big leads. Also, Kansas City never covers spreads. In the second halves of games, they just give games back if they have big leads. It's either way, the two of these teams, I think there's going to be better defensive adjustments made in the second half. And again, these two teams from a scripting perspective have been the best early team scoring teams all year long. Second halves, though, has been the exact opposite. Their defenses have clamped down. They've looked better in almost every game in the second halves all season long defensively. And in a game, especially if it's close, I think no matter which way, I think it plays favorable. If the game's a blowout or if the game plays close, I think defense is locked down a little more added pressure late in the game. I do like the second half under. As far as live betting the game under, to me, it's unrelated entirely because the numbers, the second half number is going to be 26.5. You could wait to bet the second half under. But if you're betting like the live full game under, I mean, it's the same thing. To me, it's apples to apples because you're going to get the similar number anyway. But yeah, I do like the second half under 26.5.
That's it. That's the only one you're giving out?
So the same game, I did make a same game parlay. And I'm sure my dad will love this one. LOL. First quarter under 15.5 points with.
It's a teaser. So I'm sorry.
It's a three-way.
First quarter under 15.5 points with Eagles first half over 6.5 and Chiefs over 6.5 first half. So both teams over 6.5 first half, first quarter under 15.5. Pays plus 120.
How the fuck do you even root for that one? All right. Who's the golf guy here? Who's the golf guy here?
What's in the first quarter is what you root for.
Who's the golf guy here? Anybody know anything about golf?
If Snyder's still in the chat, he's definitely the golf guy. I don't know if he's still in the chat.
I just got a question. Somebody just sent me some bets to make.
I got a guy.
No, I'm just some fucking guy that I know that bets golf sends me this shit. So, he says, hey, Facts, here's who I bet. Tell me if I'm okay. Chiefs versus Eagles, total receiving and rushing yards. Isaiah Pacheco, minus one.
I said this was golf.
Yeah, I'm just reading them all. Straight bet, Scotty Scheffler plus 120. Whatever the fuck that is. Oh, he's a golfer. John Ram, minus 105 against Rory McIlroy, heads up. Billy Horseshoe, minus 105 against Ricky Fowler.
Billy Horseshoe Johnson.
Whoever. And
every name has been butchered, but it's fantastic.
Joel Dahmer to win whoever.
Joel Dahmer.
Plus 8.
Jeffrey's uncle.
Plus 18.5.
No, it had to be his nephew.
Jeffrey's nephew? Yeah, because you're right. Well, I know Dahmer like guys, so he definitely doesn't have a kid. You're probably right. It was his brother's kid. You're right. You're right, JJ.
Scotty Scheffler, whoever the fuck that is, always the best, like one of the top 3 golfers in the world.
Yeah. Scott Scheffler.
Scott Scheffler.
Right.
Whatever.
John Rahm.
My friends email me this shit.
Right. Do you bet him?
No. I don't.
Roderick Pope, I'm too high for this shit.
Safety meeting time. All right, Scott. John Ram.
John
Hey,
Ram.
if his name is Ram, Holden definitely likes that guy.
No question. He's my favorite.
Right? It's like your favorite fucking football team used to be the Oilers. Now it's the Packers. Right?
Yes.
He's like, right, Holden? That's right, right?
That's right, Fax Man.
Yeah.
Fax Man, what's your real name?
First name is Fax, last name is Man.
What's his real name, JJ?
I've been lying. I'm actually my dad was Irish. My dad was Irish.
You look like a Francis.
No, my dad was Irish, so my last name is Fitz Nice and Tight, and my first name is Nick. Nick Fitz Nice and Tight. You would know about that, Holden.
So that wraps it up. Anything else we'd like to add as final notes?
Just bet I own it today, guys. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and don't ask me to do the show if you're going to critique me, both of you guys. I like working with you. You guys are fun. But Holden, don't be high. And JJ, get the stick out of your ass. I'll see you in Vegas in a couple of days. And bring cash. I'm going to need some. We're betting your props.
Yes, I will see you in a couple of days. All right, folks. As always, gamble responsibly, stay safe. And yes, run pure. See you guys next. Well, no more next week. This is the last one.
Well, you'll be in Vegas with me, motherfucker.
Enjoy the Super Bowl.